Hey guys, Dr. Sil here. I wanted to put a quick video together to talk about relationships. Now, I think relationships are the most important thing in the world, right? Money isn't that grounding if you're all by yourself, and if you have a shitty relationship, all the money in the world won't make you happy. I don't know, the depth of human experience seems to be just so good when it's shared with someone else. So I'm a big advocate for meaningful relationships, and they're probably the most important part to a wholesome life. So I thought I'd put together a little video about the 3 tips that I have that are least, like, I've never heard anyone kind of give this advice. And this advice has been generated from my experience with, my ex-partners and my friends and my current partner, who I love so much and am in a really happy place with at the moment. And yeah, I think I've never heard this advice ever been given, so hopefully it'll be new to you. You probably won't agree with it, I'll just say that off the bat, but hopefully it'll make you think a little bit, and maybe you'll think about taking elements of this advice. And it's just 3 bits of advice. The first piece of advice, and I think the most important, is be a relationship atheist, okay? Don't expect that it'll last forever, and that don't assume you will break up, okay? And if you assume that one day you'll break up, and I say atheist because if you're religious, a lot of the time you'll believe in an afterlife, and so your life will last forever. But if you are an atheist, then you might not believe in an afterlife, and that'll change your behavior towards appreciating your physical life a little bit. At least personally, that's how it works for me. So if you are treating your relationship as if it might end one day, then suddenly you don't take it for granted. Especially if you've been in a breakup before and you've been heartbroken, you realize that, when you're heartbroken and you've gone through a breakup, you think, I wish I had appreciated them more, I wish I had done this and that. But when you assume that the relationship that you're in, the one that you're with the person you love, and you assume that won't last forever, it makes you just want to really appreciate every moment you have together. Buy them those flowers or whatever you like to do, and make them happy, because it might not last forever. And most relationships end, right? 50% of marriages and a lot of the relationships before marriages will end. So you're just playing the odds. I know it doesn't sound sexy or romantic, and I know the idea of finding a soulmate and lasting forever is pretty pervasive. It's all bullshit, and I don't think you should listen to that. I think you should be a realist and appreciate that relationships, people's lives ebb and flow in different directions. And if you find that your life and someone else's life is connecting for a period, then you should make the most of that. Now, my beautiful girlfriend, who I love with all my heart, I hope we stay together forever. That's my plan. But I'm also a realist and know that everyone who's ever divorced probably thought exactly what I'm thinking right now, and hoping that they would last forever. So, of course I've talked to her about these ideas and this advice. So anyway, be a realist. And this leads into my next bit of advice really well, which is you want to go out with someone that you can see yourself having a good breakup with. Okay? And you can kind of find this out by asking them about their ex-partners, which eventually always comes up, right? And if they've said that all their ex-partners are just awful, terrible people, but and they were fine, then that's a little bit of a amber or red flag, because odds are they loved those people just the same way they love you. And so if they can change from that kind of love to that kind of hate, then that's a little bit of a red flag, I think. So you just kind of want to monitor that. And if someone's had a series of good breakups and they're on good terms with their ex-partners, that actually shows a lot of emotional intelligence, maturity, and resilience as well. So that's a really positive thing for relationships. That kind of links into my third piece of advice, which is apply stress to the relationship. I know these are crazy bits of advice. I told you it was going to be atypical, but applying stress to the relationship early, like going camping, getting uncomfortable, maybe whatever do something unique that brings out the worst in people, so that you can see who your partner is when they're not putting it on, when they're not kind of acting for you, but that you can see the kind of genuine state when they're in a kind of a bad place. Because you're going to go through bad places, right? Life's going to suck at times, and you kind of want to know who you're going to be dealing with when that shit happens. So that's it, the 3 atypical bits of advice you probably have hopefully not heard about, and hopefully they'll make you think a bit. You want to assume that your relationship will end, be a relationship atheist, assume there's no afterlife and foreverness to your relationship. You want to oh yeah, that's right. You want to go out with someone you can see yourself breaking up with, and someone who's had good, previous breakups if they've been partnered before. And then finally, you want to apply stress to the relationship. And have a think. Maybe they don't work for you. Leave it in the comments if you think I'm crazy. That's fine. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.